What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Christian's Corner. Karma is a bitch, and I'm going to tell you why. Many people, whether you're in a friendship or you're in a relationship, or basically you're in a situationship, or you're in something, whether it's with family, you have family relationships, or friendships, whatever. Many people think that they can do you wrong in those relationships and think that, okay, you're not going to say anything. But that's not always the case, because many people that you do wrong, you're going to need those people again sometime in your life. I can't stand when somebody sit there and do you wrong, then they hide their hand and they act like you're all good or this, that, and the third. Like, okay, we're still good friends, or we're still family members, or we're still this, we're still that. No, we're not. You decided to do some snake mess, and I'm going to call you out on it. I don't care. And it's the fact that a lot of people will sit up here and play in your face and talk about you right to the next person that they say that they can't stand. They'll talk about you right next to them, right there next to them. They'll sit there and talk about you right next door. But then get back in your face saying, oh, I can't stand this person. I can't stand her. I can't stand him. He always think he this and that. She always think she all in a bag of chips. I can't stand them. They say one thing to you, but then they get back with them saying another thing about you. Can't stand that type of person. Like, be real. Stop being fake. That's why you have to cut off a lot of people these days, because some of these people they're bad for your circle. They're toxic. Dog could not talk today. Toxic for your circle. You wonder why you're having so much pain, so much heartache. Get rid of that person, because that's a cancer in your system. That person is causing a cancer in your system. That is the cancer in your system. You need to get that person out. You'll be cured then. I don't care if it's a friend, if it's a boyfriend, if it's a girlfriend. I don't even care if it's a family member. Get that person out of your life right now. Plenty many times I have saw there have people had cancers in my life. I wanted to keep them in there, just keep them in, because I actually thought they meant me some good. Thought they was my friends. Thought they was my family. Thought this, that, and the third. Until life hit me with reality. Hit me like a curveball. Had to wake up one day and like, okay, these people don't mean me any good. Why am I still trying to hold on to them? Because one thing about it, the reason why we hold on to a lot of people who are constantly causing us pain in our life, it's because we are afraid to let people go. Because if we let them go, then we feel like we have no one in our corner. We have no one. That's why a lot of us are afraid to let people go, because we feel like, oh, if I let these people go, I won't have nobody in my corner. And I actually thought that. That's why I was holding on to people. Like, okay. Even after I found out there was the cancer in my system, I still was like holding on to them. I didn't want them to go, because I felt like if I let them go, I'll be alone. I won't have nobody. But one thing about God, He works in mysterious ways. When I let go of those people, He sent me more people who are a blessing in my life, who allowed me to be me, who allowed me to thrive, He allowed them to build me up. when I was down, he allowed them to come into my life to be a light, not to be a darkness. That's what I love about God. That's what I love about him. One thing about him, he never fails. He never fails. That's why I can't stand it on TikTok how people love to say, oh, well, there's no God, there's no God. Yes, there is a God. Half of y'all that's sitting here saying, there's no God, there's no God, I bet y'all call on him more times than anybody else. But half of y'all say his name in vain while you doing something in the sheets. Oh, God, oh, God, oh, God. Yeah, okay. With this whole thing that people are talking about, thank you, Beyonce. Look here, y'all kill me with that though. Y'all get on the Beehive for saying, oh, y'all worshiping God, y'all worshiping Beyonce, y'all need to be worshiping God. But then you sit up here and be like, oh, thank you, Beyonce, for doing this. Thank you, Beyonce, for doing that. Thank you, Beyonce, for waking me up. Okay. Really? Now, who's worshiping Beyonce? You, because you keep on saying, thank you, Beyonce, for waking me up. Thank you, Beyonce, for doing this for me. You need to be saying, thank you, God, for waking me up this morning. Thank you, God, for bringing these people into my life. Thank you, God, for weeding out all the snakes in the grass for me, God. Thank you, man. Thank you, God. Y'all be contradicting your own self. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. And one thing about karma, what we call it as Christians, we call it, you reap what you sow. Other people may know it as karma, but you reap what you sow. Because you do somebody wrong, it's going to come back 10 times and get you harder. That's just like when people in a relationship, either the boy cheats on the girl or the girl cheats on the boy, or the boy cheats on the boy and the girl cheats on the girl. However you want to do it now. However it is. I love to see when they cheat on somebody and then they get cheated on 10 times harder. Like you had a good one in your corner. They held you down. You cheated on them, got with the person you were cheating on them with, and then that person's out there and cheated on you 10 times harder. Now you crying, fussing and cussing, ready to cut somebody, ready to pop somebody. Now you want to run back to the one you cheated on and think that they go get back together with you. Now you do have some people that go back with them. Dumb. You know what I call y'all? I call y'all dumb. Because why would you go back with them? I can't understand that. And then you get with your friend. Well, she is the love of my life. Or he is the love of my life. I don't want to hear it. If I was your friend, I'd be like, no, I'm tired. Because you done complained about this person forever. Ever since y'all broke up, ever since he or she cheated on you, now all of a sudden now you dogged them out. Now you just didn't that. Now all of a sudden now they want to come back in your life, and now you want to. But they're a good person. I love them. Okay. Love can go away real quickly, and it can. I don't care how many times people like, but love never goes away. Yes, it does. When you sit up and do something traumatic to somebody, you cheat on them, love goes away. If the love ain't going away, then okay, then that's you and your relationship. I'm a hush because that's your relationship, not mine. But the love ain't went away with you, okay? If you like it, I love it. Just like with family members. I hate when family was like, that's still your mom, that's still your brother, that's still your sister, that's still your aunt, that's still your dad, that's still your grandpa, that's still your grandma. I can't stand it when people do that. You know, when you have done me wrong, I'm not finna sit up here and keep allowing you to do me wrong. I'm not finna sit up here and keep allowing you to hurt me. People be like, oh, well, Christian, that's still your daddy. Okay, and he ain't been much of a dad, has he? Okay. You can't sit up here and expect me to just come at you with open arms like, hey, Dad. Hell no. I would rather travel down there to hell, cook a 5-course dinner, and sit there with the devil himself and exchange phone numbers before I will run up and say, hey, Dad, how you doing? Please. Give me a break. I would never do that. Like, you sit up here and say, that's still your parent, that's still this, that, and the third. Why do y'all say that? Like, why? So what? Parents hurt children these days as well. And I'm not talking about physically abusing them, like punching them and beating them down. I'm talking about emotionally abuse them, mentally abuse them. When it comes to parents, there's a difference between discipline and abuse. Many parents, they shy away from that abuse, and they shy away from that discipline, and they go straight to abusing their children. Many of y'all love to call parents who tell their children who do corporal punishment on their children, or who ground their children, or parents who take away their children's devices or something. Y'all say, oh, that's abusing them, that's abusing them. How is that abusing? And then when somebody who has been through that, who has been through corporal punishment, like they got a whooping on the behind, or they got a pop on the hand, whatever, got a whooping with the belt on the behind, or they got a pop on the hand, the parent popped them on the hand with their hand, and they be like, okay, well, I'm fine. Then y'all be like, oh, well, no, you're not. I didn't know y'all were psychologists these days. If a person says they're fine, and they are genuinely fine, and they are succeeding in the world, everybody does not have the same problems as you. Everybody's household is not the same as yours. Y'all have to realize that everybody did not grow up like you. You may not be fine. That person may be fine. You may not be fine, because every household is different. What may work for them may not work for you. And what may work for you may not work for them. Like, come on now. Let's read between the lines. Everybody has a different household these days. But you stand up here saying that's still your parent. No. Because in the long run, you're going to need me at the end of the day. You can't sit up here and treat me wrong, then you want me to do this for you when you get older. You reap what you sow. Karma is a bitch. Karma is that. Yeah. That's all the time I have for y'all today. So tune in next time for another episode of Christian's Corner.